Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Coco, and today we're going to get into a nice 20-minute yoga flow. So get into a comfortable seat and let's ground here by placing one hand over your heart and then the other hand over your belly, and take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and just flow into your body with your breaths, calming your mind, grounding yourself. After your last breath, relax your hands down and you can slowly flutter your eyes open. And we'll take a deep breath. Inhale, rise both your arms up and over your head. Clasp your fingers together and lean over to the left for a lateral stretch. Exhale, inhale back up, and then exhale over to the right for a side stretch. Inhale back to center, and then we'll take a twist over to the left, gazing behind your left shoulder, letting your arms fall down. Inhale, rise your arms back up, and then we'll twist over to the right. Exhale as you release. Inhale, rise your arms back to center. Exhale, release both your arms off to the sides. Take your right hand up and over the left side of your head, and then lean your head over so your right ear is touching your right shoulder as you deeply stretch your neck, and exhale to release. Release your arm down, and then we'll switch over, stretching over to the left side this time. Exhale as you release. Release your arms down, clasp your fingers together, and then stretch forward. Bring your arms up and then down. Exhale as you release. And we'll take a deep breath here just to release any tension. And when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes if they weren't already. And we'll take a couple of shoulder rolls towards the back, just about 5 times backwards. And then we'll switch forward. Relax back to neutral, and then we'll take some neck rolls in one direction about 5 times. You can close your eyes as you roll your neck in one direction. And we'll switch over to the other direction. On your last neck roll, just tilt your head over to the side, the ear down to your shoulder, and then tilt your head in the other direction. And then bring your head down, and we'll pull our navel backwards towards our spine, and then push forward our sternum for a cat-cow. Inhaling as we press forward, exhaling as we release back. We'll switch now to tabletop position. And then curl the toes under, hinge the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal the feet as you breathe. Press into the mat. And we'll take turbo dog, so knees towards the chest, and then into plank. And then we'll just switch back and forth between turbo dog and then inhaling up towards plank for just a few rounds. Then hinge the hips back and up for downward facing dog again, pedaling the feet. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you, bend the knee, and we'll take a couple of circles with your knee just to kind of loosen the hip here. Lift the left leg back up and then bring the knee forward We'll extend the left leg over towards the right, lifting the right arm up for a fallen triangle. Then inhale the left leg back up behind you. Have the knee forward and then step the left foot down. Rise your arms up on your inhale for a high crescent lunge. Exhale, release the arms down and we'll twist over to the left. And we'll take an exalted lunge, lifting the right arm up and back, and then bring the arms back parallel. Cartwheel the hands down, and then lift the left leg back up behind you, and then release down on your exhale, back to downward facing dog, pedaling the feet. And we'll switch over to the right leg. Bend the knee and take a couple of hip circles in one direction, and just to release any tension in your hip. And you can circle into the other direction if you like. Lift the left leg back up behind you, hover the knee forward, and then release the leg down for fallen triangle over towards the left. Release back down, lift the left leg back up behind you, or the right leg. Then hover the knee forward, stabilize yourself as you step the right foot forward. Rise your arms up for a high crescent lunge, and take your twist. As you exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, lift your left arm up and back. Exhale, release your arms back parallel and cartwheel the hands back down. Lift the right foot back up behind you and release the leg down, back to downward facing dog, pedal of the feet. Inhale, shift your body forward to plank. Exhale, bring it down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest up for upward facing dog. Curl the toes under, exhale, release back to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, widen your fingers as you press down on the mat. Then shift your body back forward to plank, and then we'll take side plank. So shifting over to the right, stack your left foot over your right foot, balancing on your right hand, and then lift your left arm up. Release your arm back down. And then we'll switch over to the other side. So stacking your right foot over your left and then lifting your arm up if you can, or you can hold it at your hip. And then come back to center and lift your hips back up for downward facing dog. Then take a couple of spinal waves here. So shifting forward and then turbo dog and then back and up and then forward. And then we'll lift the left leg up, bending at the knee. Release the foot down behind you. And then we'll stretch up and back, inhaling into wild thing. And then release the hip down. And then lift back up, reaching back. Release back down. Lift up and back for wild thing. And release down once more. And then we'll stretch up and over the opposite arm. And then release back up for wild thing. Lift the left leg back up behind you and back into neutral, downward facing dog. This time we'll lift the right leg up behind you, bending at the knee, and then we'll release the leg down for wild thing, stretching our arm up and back, then releasing the hip down. Inhale up and back, release down, up and back, release down as you exhale. Inhale, rise up, and then we'll twist back, lifting the right leg back and up, then release down to downward facing dog. Release both of your knees down, and then we'll just relax our shoulders here for a moment into child's pose. Exhale, release down, and then we'll switch over to the left side, reaching over, and then crawl the hands over towards the right, and then back to center. We'll come back to downward facing dog, hinge the hips up, lifting the left leg up on your inhale, step the left foot forward, and then rise your arms up into warrior two, bending at your left knee, gazing beyond your left fingers. Then bring your left elbow down to your left knee. Circle your right arm down and up for an extended side angle. And we'll take a bind here if you'd like to deepen into the pose. And release your left hand down. Extend your left leg and then reach your right arm up for an extended triangle. Release your hands down and then extend your left leg up behind you for a three-legged dog, pressing down into the mat. And then release the leg down for downward facing dog, pedaling the feet as you breathe. And then we'll switch over to the right leg, lifting it up and then stepping the foot forward, pivoting the left foot for your warrior two, bringing both of the arms parallel to the mat, bending at the right knee. And then we'll take an extended side angle here as well, bringing the right elbow down to the right leg. And feel free to take a bind here if you like. Just breathing through the motions, relaxing in each pose. Release the right hand down. Extend the right leg for your extended triangle. And release the left hand down, bringing the right foot back behind you for a three-legged dog, pressing into the mat. And then release the leg down for a downward facing dog. Step both of the feet forward. Exhale, release into a forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, release back down and then step or hop back into a plank. Hold in plank for a moment and then release all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Then exhale, release back into child's pose. Stretching the arms forward, bringing the head down. And you can even release your arms back behind you. And just bring your forehead down as you breathe. Release up and then hinge the hips up and back into downward facing dog. And then step the right foot forward, extending the leg as much as you can for a pyramid pose. And you can slightly bend your knee here if you need to. And we're just going to release down. And feel free to challenge yourself in this position by stacking your forearms together behind you and just trying to balance yourself here. As you can see, I had a little bit of a difficult time doing that. But one thing that really helped to ground me here is to really press into your toe mounds. So try to do that into this pose where you want to keep both of your feet facing forward, the toes facing forward. So stepping the foot forward, and then we'll switch over, having your right foot back behind you and then release down. Exhale as you release, and then just breathe into this pose and then deepen into the stretch and balance by bringing your arms behind you and just releasing the crown of your head down, pressing down in your toe mounds as you balance and stabilize yourself. Bring both of your hands back down and then step your right foot forward. Exhale, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, and then lift all the way up. Inhale, take a slight back bend as you rise your arms up, and then bend over to the left. And bend over to the right and release both of your arms back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. And step back into plank. Exhale, release chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under to downward facing dog, hinging the hips up and then pedaling the feet. Slowly walk the hands back towards your feet. Exhale as you release your head down for a deep forward fold. Feel free to take a ragdoll here, grabbing both your elbows and just swinging back and forth. Then inhale, rise both your arms up, hands to heart center, and release. Inhale, rise your arms up, hinge the hips back for a chair pose. Take both of your palms together as you twist over to the left, and then release both of your arms out towards the sides. And then we'll twist over to the right, extending both arms out. Bring both of your hands back down, and then we'll take a seated position, extending your feet out towards the front, and then widen your legs over to the sides. Inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale as you forward fold, and just release your head down to the mat and breathe. Really deepening the stretch here in your inner thighs. Then crawl your hands over to the left and feel free to bring your arm up and over for a side lateral stretch. Trying to reach towards your toes if you can. And we'll switch over to the right, stretching our left side. Breathe. Then back to neutral. Bring your feet together, the soles of your feet together for a butterfly pose. And we'll hold ourselves up here in butterfly, just breathing as we stretch our legs. Extend your left foot out towards the front, and hinging at the hips, we'll take a fold, and you can reach towards your foot if you like. Bringing your head down towards your knee, and just breathe. Inhale, release back up, and we'll switch over, extending the left leg out, bringing the right foot in towards your inner thigh, and then hinging at the hips, we'll take a forward fold and breathe. Relaxing your head down. Bring yourself slowly back up, and we'll take a supine pose here. So on your back, we'll just take our knees to chest and circle them around for a moment. You can point your toes forward if you'd like, and just rock back and forth and take a couple of circles. And just breathe as you circle around in one direction, and then switch over to the opposite direction. Bring your knees close to chest again, and then extend your legs up and back for a plow pose. You can also keep your legs straight up here if you like. And I'm just switching between the legs, just bringing the left leg up and then the right leg up, extending, and then bringing the legs back behind my head again. Really stretching deeply in this pose, and then lifting the legs back up. Release back down. Slowly release. And then we'll take happy baby. Just grabbing the sides of our feet, we'll rock back and forth here. Slowly breathe. Extend the left leg out and the right leg. And then we'll release our legs back down, all the way down, collapsing our feet to Savasana. And we'll take our right hand over our heart, left hand over our belly as we release any tension and breathe deep, inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth, closing your eyes and just breathing deeply here, connecting back to our breath, centering ourselves, releasing any leftover tension in our bodies through our breath. And we'll just take a moment to meditate here. Just focus on your breathing. Slowly bring both of your hands to your belly as you take another deep breath in your nose. Exhale and release through your mouth. And slowly turn over to the side. Relax here for a moment. And then we'll slowly bring ourselves back up to our seated position. You can feel free to keep your eyes closed if you like. Bring your hands over your knees as you relax into your seat. Take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And slowly, when you're ready, you can flutter your eyes open. Hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you again for joining today's session. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.